All right, so here I am. Make sure I don't have the. There we go. So I am live. There we go. So I am live. There we go. And you can hear me, and there's that, and there's that. Huh. So what's going on? Good morning, folks. I'd gotten about 25, 24 hours in to the previous playthrough when it became apparent that it was taking too long. And my blueprints were not set up. So I took some time out to set my blueprints up. Oh boy, and hold on, I just forgot what the H I was doing. Okay, so I have this perfect load balancing system. And this is the middle. Okay, so that's the input. And I guess all the output is going to come right back out there. So this is, I reached a bottleneck in the previous playthrough where a lot of I was getting most of my stuff accomplished with this quick assembler blueprint that I use for elevator parts and things like that that don't seem to require a permanent solution. And then I was watching some of Epiphany's speed runs because very impressive technique. And one of the things he did to send off the first package in under 13 minutes was to build an army of assemblers, which was pretty impressive. And so I'm wondering, I was originally just going to do like 2 or 3 load balanced assemblers. But one thing led to another, and I realized I could load balance 16 of them with more or less the same effort. Well, no, this is definitely a lot more effort. And the bill of materials for this blueprint is going to be really hefty. But and we probably end up having to upgrade it on the fly. And oh boy, I did not consider this placement, but it might be fortuitous. Anyway, it seems like oops. Well, that's not okay. What if I put a splitter on the end? Then can I connect it? This should be so simple to do. What is the problem? All right. What if you click out a little bit? Yeah, before you do the twist. Did that connect? think it connected. That was one click, wasn't it? We're going to have to do the same thing right here. One click out. Ah, twisted the wrong way. Mouse accidentally double clicked. Click out. Single click. Face in. There you go. And you connect to there, you connect to there. Ah. Connect to there. Okay. Everybody's happy over here. Well, we need to solve this problem right here. And I think we may have already figured out what is going to be needed. And that's for this guys to go away. And then go in there. Ah. But then it's going to interfere. Okay, so we go top down. That's fine. That needs to line up just like that. That needs to line up just like that. And then go like that. Go in one. Why won't it connect? Is it connecting? I'm not hearing it snap. So what if we start here? Does not snap. Is not aligned properly. Oh, come here. Still no snappy snap. What are we going to have to do? I think we're going to have to build it. Why does that geometry work out differently? Let's see. That's perfect. But now it's in the way of that belt. So, and it's not the end of the world, it's just crappy design. So that looks fine though. Wait. Damn it. So that doesn't work because it's aiming the wrong direction. Oh, but these can rotate. These can also nudge, can't they? Yes, sir. I believe that they can. Okay, remember, it doesn't like click in where it's supposed to go, so we have to okay, which side is the output? Okay. What? Too high? Come on. All of a sudden, beginning to lose my attention to detail. What is up with that? Okay, so collections are complete for 3 of them. Okay, age, 1 click in, turn around, make sure you're at the right level. There you go. Delete that. Add one of these that feeds in from the right direction. Nudge it, build it, connect it on to, oh man, I could have done myself such a huge favor by taking a few more steps before I decided to go 16 deep on these guys, man. Okay, in. Out. Rotate. No, is that the right? No, oh, we were going the right direction because we're going back to the middle now. This is going to be a glorious blueprint when it's done. Of course, I never did do the math, so I don't know what kind of numbers it's, and we don't even know what we're baking. This is like a, okay, that gets that hooks on there. Go in, turn around. Go in, you turn around. You get the output on that side. Print. Come out 1 click and print. You connect, and you connect. And you connect, and then we do all the same crap on the other side. Oh my God. Oh no. No. No indeed. We have a completely different collection system on the other side, which is already complete because it does not compete with distribution going in because it's the rear. Alright, so now this is facing the wrong direction. That's better. Okay. Distribution. Go 1 now we have the distribution solution solutionated, y'all. Now, it's a good thing we're starting out load balanced. I wonder what, okay, so. Oh, they have no power lines. Oh my word. Well, let's do the math before we waste any more time. So let's say we want to make smart plating with these guys. That means just pasting around the recipe so everybody knows what we're making in this factory. They've been told at least twice. So 2 times 8, that's 16. 16 per side, 32. I'm going to have 32 of each part going in. See, that's all Mark 1. All Mark 1 quantities. And it's all load balanced. Let's do power poles and see. Power poles and see where. Okay, so you guys going to share. Can they share? Figure this math out in a second when we have no choice. I feel like I'm putting up an obsessive number of power poles, which means that we're probably doing it right. Because we have an obscene number of machines we're trying to connect, and we seem to be getting kind of far away from them here. Hold on. I guess we'll skip a power pole, which is a good thing because all of them are getting absolutely full. And I think everything's been distributed now. Nobody else wants to get connected. I'm going to run the main power out to the front where we can find it. And since this thing is an impenetrable wall, that probably need to make it navigable somehow, which means I'm going to, and I've already discovered from experience that we save tons of time if there's catwalks to get over the factory. Where do catwalks even clip onto these guys? Nowhere. Alright, well, we're building a stairway over the top. This is, where's the front? Here's the front. Got stuck on that thing. And that thing. Do I need to go 3 levels up? I guess I do, huh? Yeah, we go, and we'll basically just, is this the middle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 5th one is the middle. And that can be junction piece. And we can start, way out here. Alright, and this basically just drastically reduces our chances of getting stuck behind this thing and not being able to get out during an actual playthrough. Unfortunately, it looks a little bit like a cross, but it was not the intent. 16 load balanced assemblers. Alright, let's see how this thing tests. Alright, Ziggurat Village 3 has been a huge success. Thank you very much for everyone who participated in testing. We appreciate you. Clear out our test area here. Previous test debris. Parts that were upgraded on the fly. I wonder how many boneheaded mistakes we've made so far on this blueprint. Okay, so the idea for the usage of this blueprint is that production, organization. Yeah, so whatever the 2 ingredients are, we're going to go here and here, and whatever that thing is making, it's going to come out to there. So see how that ends up working for us. We might just have the right amount of inventory to do it, but I guess we'll see. So blueprints, 16 load balanced assemblers. Oh my god. Well, that's fantastic. Let's get you some electricity. Then, what is it that you need? You need reinforced iron plates and rotors. So, come on, people. How do we not have rotors? We just had a factory building them all over the damn place. Rotors, 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 rotors. This will give me 37 a minute, and I'm going to need like 30 a minute, so that's fine. Well, we already know you need copper. And it looks like you're going to need 2 steel lines. 1 and 2. You need to put some power to your peephole. And output goes to there, and now we play the waiting game. Meanwhile, we observe the distribution of the plates and see that it is flawed and stalled, and it sucks, and we screwed up. And so we have to revisit this. Alright, so the lower level. Okay, that's the back. This is the front. Yeah, so yeah, we didn't finish our distribution solutions. That goes there. That goes there. That's it, right? Okay. That goes there. That goes there. That one's done. That one's done. That one's done. That one's not done. Okay, but meanwhile, we're generating rotors, so that's fine. Where is our test bed? Here it is. Okay, and delete that. Build it again correctly this time, please. Where did I put that the last time? Okay. Oh, wow. Made it just a tiny stretch too short. Okay, so anyway, what's going on with the rotors, guys? We're going to deliver some. There we go, on the first of the batch. Okay, rotors in the second container, please. Fine, whatever, do the curve. I know you're into that. And reinforced iron plates go here. Y'all can hear me, right? Yeah, alright. Wow. So let's see how that distribution rolls. Here come the Here comes the march of the rotors, followed by the April of the reinforced iron plate. We have no power to our peephole. Here we go. Power to the peephole. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Thing is, if this sucker works, and that's 32 smart plating a minute, which is a pretty decent amount. It looks like they're starting to manufacture. I am going to go find out why my washing machine is beeping at me. And I'll be right back. Give me a second. Ow, ow, ow. Okie dokie dokie dokie. I am back. And my dog is bugging me to take her out. So, give me 1 second here. Let Okay, what's going on? Why should I not connect that stuff up? Well, that's just dumb. It's like half the factory right there. Hold on. Let me get these. All right. My dog went back to bed because she realized she took too long to bug me to take her out, but she can hear me talking about her. It's just weird, like she understands. What are you saying? Don't be messing with me just because I don't speak English. All right. It's funny, you can 16 load balance assemblers. Yeah. We'll just leave it generic for now. That's a hefty bill of materials, but compared to the power this has, wow. I was trying to be all fancy and do everything from ore, but it's like once you get your basic building blocks, you can just mix and match them and they're fine. We're getting 26 out right now. Is it that we actually need more parts, or is it we just not caught up yet? We're not caught up yet. 2 a minute, 2 a minute, 2 a minute. 32 a minute across 16. And that load balancing is pretty solid, man. Is everybody sending out their everybody, the guys at the back are at 100%. Instantly 100%. Very successful. Can't wait to test this in the real game. You know what we need though? Alright, so let's save this one. Unfortunately, our abbreviation is going to look like we're saying this is a 16-pound ass. I guess we better put some periods in there so everybody knows now. It's a file name. I don't know if it can handle those. Smart plating, 32 a minute. Yeah. Well, that sounds right. Don't worry, guys. We'll do an actual playthrough to get it. Do something exciting soon. I just need to see the rest of these. Okay. The steel beams are not going to make it out there, are they? Let's see. You know, since this is a carry and put stuff in there, we could use multiple containers to take care of that problem. Okay, so the recipe calls for steel beams and modular frames. How's my steel beam inventory looking? It's alright. How's my modular frames? I got 2 or 3. So Mark 1 can handle 2 of these guys. Needs 4. Oh! Modular frames. Where's the front? Alright, so 30, 60, 120 going down this way on the modular, on the steel beams, right? So first thing we need is a paint job so we know what we're dealing with. There's no point painting the belts yet because they're all going to get swapped out in a second, but we can paint the container because now we got 2 different speeds to deal with, and there's a good reason for them not to want to be confused. Yeah. Of course, we also just happen to know that everything on the bottom row is that, right? So Mark 1 is fine down there. It's going to be Mark 2. It's going to be Mark 2. It's going to be Mark 2. And that doesn't feed anything else, so that only has to be Mark 2 as well. And that, but now this is going to be Mark 3, that's going to be Mark 3, that's got to be Mark 3. Okay, fairly simple. What about modular frames? 2.5. So that means we need 10 on this line, 20 on this line, 30. So far I think Mark 1 is fine, and I'm going to paint that big great gray. This one, so it'll be easier to see which one I'm dealing with from a distance, since they're identical in all but color and some very fine details. Second one onward needs a color scheme. my mergers are going to be this color, and all my assemblers as well. Great, and all of my lifts can be this color, no problem. Very good. Wait a minute. What is the speed? 5? Oh Jesus, 5 times 16. That's not going to work. The collections are going to get hung up. 80. Ooh, so good thing we noticed that. We are going to need some Mark II at the end points of the collection. Each one of these is 5. 5, okay, 10, 15, 20, 6 times 5, 30, plus 10, 40, alright, so the only point where it exceeds is there. That's fine. I can definitely deal with that. Oh, but this is not painted and I cannot deal with that. Okay. Wait, 5 times 16. 80. 80 a minute? Holy shit. Let's see if that works. And I wonder how many boneheaded mistakes we made, and I wonder how well this is doing now. It's been running for a minute. We're producing the 32 that were requested. Okay, so that's perfect. That's exactly what we want. Great factory. Let's delete debris. Alright, and we don't need these rotors anymore at all. Goodbye. Thank you so much for your help. Versatile frames. Looks like a good place to start. Give it some power and Okay, the bottom was steel beams, right? Alright, okay, let's wait. Didn't mean to take them all, I was trying to close it. Steel beams and, is it modular frames? Yes, modular frames. Probably going to need some more of them modular frames, you know. Maybe not, maybe we're fine. Let's see how they distribute. Very slowly so far. However, it does occur to me that 2.5 times 16 is way 2.5 times 8 is alright, so it's just that one belt that needs to speed up. That's the beauty of having a good load balancing setup. Is the load ends up being balanced. Alright, so let's get a counter on here. See if they make it in. What is the actual problem here? Somebody's starving out there, and I don't know what for. Are they just now getting their modular frames? I think they're just now getting their modular frames. That's definitely some rather quick results now. We've got a problem. They're not going out fast enough. Alright, this is no, man, it's the steel beams. Okay. So 16 times 30. Ooh. Okay. So this is, we need a Mark IV quantity. We need faster belts than what we've got, unless we want to do, then we're going to have to divide this over 2 separate containers. Otherwise the output is going to be problematic. So you come and be over here. Maybe just there. you feed this side like that while he's feeding that side. Well, that's unfortunate placement, honestly. Although it was pretty close. And I think that means that that needs to be marked 3 too, most likely. Okay, so half of that's 240. Yeah. So half of that is 120. So I think we've got 120. Yeah. That should save the day right there. Stelio Beamios. How about that? Yo, yo, yo. How much do I have for the other side? At least 1 or 2. What do we got, guys? Got any more steel beams? Beams of steel. Here we go. And oh no, 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 no. Okay. Now I gotta delete the whole thing because I put them in the wrong hole. I put the beams of steel in the hole that was not. Okay, steel beams in the bottom. Steel beams in the bottom. And those things up top. Let's see how that distributes. While we power up, and it looks like everything's moving along really nicely. Okay. I see green lights everywhere. And I see products coming up the line. All right, well, that's working, and now what other leverage can we get from this specific configuration? Automated wiring. Wow. The cable distribution. It's gonna need what, like 4 containers maybe? To stay under Mark III. 800. Yeah, it's gonna need four wire feeds, but I don't even mind. I already know what this is likely to be about. Okay, so that goes there, and flip another one around. There you go. Don't need that. Huh. This has got to be Mark III, right? So 100, 200. Okay, that is just okay. Great. So 200, 100, 50, 50. Okey doke. All right, I'm gonna go figure out my washing machine's beeping again. I'll be right back. I might let my dog out to pee. Just give me a second. Ya está. Vamos afuera. ¿Quieres? Vení pues. Okay. And so I'm back. All right. And where were we? Okay, so that one is done. This one is not done. And we gotta come down here. Make sure this side is no, I can't reach it. Not over here. Two and Mark two. Mark two to you and you and you. And here it is, okay. You and you. And there should be one more because I already did the last one. Sure enough, that is already marked two. Okay, so that's good. Got the distribution. We've got the. What's the other part? Stators. Okay, that's the same speed as the previous. So what is the speed? We need to set the recipes. Okay. Automated wiring. So, okay, so everybody's automated wiring. 2.5 times 16 is 48, right? No, it's 40, not 48. Okay. Good. Now I know what to save it as. 40 automated wiring. M. So how are these guys doing? Ah, they made all their parts and they ran out of modular frames and they're done now. That's fantastic. Good going, guys. Now we don't have any modular frames for the next experiment. I don't think we need any either, so that's really good. 16-pound ass series. The 16-pound ass series, this is the 16 load balance assemblers, abbreviated to 16-pound ass. So, you guys want cables and stators, and I don't know if I even have that. So let's see what we got. Cable. Well, I do happen to have me a little bit of cable. I gave you some. Give you some. And now I gave you way too many, so let me just give you like 4 stacks. Give you 4 stacks. And then the other part you need is a stator. I don't even know if I have any of those. Hold on. No stators. Time for a quick trip to the awesome shop. Get some stators for test purposes. Parts. Thank you. Oh, Alright. Quantity of 100? Yes. 50 perhaps? How much space is in the shop inventory? 20? Okay.
Fix-It never recalls a product. Every awesome item is guaranteed to work for its entire lifetime. Enjoy your purchase.
So 30 is the max, so you can buy it once. Huh. That's why Whatever. Okay. Time to give you some of this. That ought to keep you busy for a little bit. Especially since there's no electricity around here. Yeah, 2.5 times 8 is, yeah, we are still within the tolerances of this belt speed, very much so. Let's get those belts nice and filled up. Come on, guys. Maybe while they're situating themselves, I can try to figure out how this damn awesome shop works. Guess I can click through to it. 30. There we go. Well, that's how it works, guys. Now I know where to get stuff. Instead of making a whole factory, are you guys going to distribute or just keep scooting on down the line slow as balls? There you go. Now you're running out of room to stretch. Alright, and that's pretty much primed. Because it's backed up on the belt, so... Alright, wow. They all switch on almost instantly at once. What's wrong with these two? What are you guys? What's the hold up over here, y'all? Well, there you go. Very quick results. Very nice indeed. Alright, we should be producing 40 of these a minute. Okay. What's this yellow business here? Oh. $31. $37. much closer to 40. Still something's wrong. And it's because I don't have enough cable. That's the thing. I need the cable. There we go. Oh, my inventory's full. That's interesting. Well, I wasn't even able to pick up the last load. Oh, there's no way I need screws. All right. There we are. So we'll get a few more loads of cable though, because all right, can I get my containers filled with that? Maybe I can. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. The fourth one's in the original stack. He's still got some inventory from last time. There we go. All of them are full. Now, how is our speed going to be? Production's not picking up, but everybody's got a green light. What's up with that? Okay, there it comes. I guess we're still recovering from our inventory outage. The farthest machines out on the line are not reporting in with their new production yet. Yeah, I think we're going to hit 40 this time. We just didn't have enough inventory on the last run. I'm going to stop for lunch as soon as this is successful. This is exciting with a lot of great configurations that can be adapted to many situations. But you're not going to sloop this. Well, I think that's it. I think we hit 40. It's confusing because some of these guys seem to be flashing into yellow for a second, but I don't know if that's just the lighting. Uh-huh. Wire ain't making it. So why not now? Why not? You are, oh, because you're still filling up. Okay, Mark 2. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you in particular? 2 Mark 1. Aha. I gotcha. Found the problem right there. So this is bottom line straight back from the double stack. There we go. Save that. I bet we go back there and it's already at 40 a minute. We can find it. It is 40. Perfect. That was the problem right there. It is all good now. All right, lunchtime. See you guys in a little bit as I continue to wait for somebody to show up to broadcast on the other channel with.